Yo, what's up? So, okay, I've been having a lot of people on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram message me about distribution services. DistroKid has been really slow about getting funds out to people, especially during the holidays. This is usually like a normal thing for DistroKid, but not even just during the holidays. And I think there's a misconception as far as like people thinking that they can only use one distribution service. I want to speak against that because that's not true. You do not just have to have one distribution services, and we're going to talk about two in particular, DistroKid versus one of the other ones that I use, which is Amuse. Let's get into it. All right, so this is DistroKid. DistroKid it's cool. It's fine. This is how I started making music, and it's cool. If you're just starting out as an artist and you don't have that much music, this is a cool way to start. But we'll get into the pricing later on. But basically, the pricing on this, let me see. Yeah, let's go to upgrade here. So starting out, one artist, so you can be just one artist name, $19 a year, $20 a year. You can upload unlimited songs, upload unlimited lyrics. You get Spotify verified check mark, which is completely useless. Everybody gets that. Collect earnings from your royalty splits. So this is just a start plan. So starting out, you got to pay $20. Okay. To have more than one artist name, or if you want to do main artist collabs with somebody else, like let's say you want somebody else to be a main artist, which you can have up to 3 on a track, you have to pay this, at least this for one other artist. So it's $35, $36 a year. And that's fine. You know, you get a few things here. You get like custom pre-order dates. You get a customized release date, because on the first one, you can't even set a release date. You can't do any of that stuff. So this is what you get with this one. With the bigger program, this is for like what they call, I think they used to call it label. This is 5 to 100 artists. So basically, if you want to have unlimited, well, it's not unlimited, but more than one artist on your track or whatever, this is where you would start doing that. So you would pay $80 for the year, and you can have, yourself, somebody else, and somebody else. You can claim their artist for like their artist profile for a song. But apparently, I guess you can only do that with 100 artists. Apparently, what it says here. So that's the plans. Okay. Some benefits of using DistroKid is, for example, if you go to one of your songs, you can actually download the song. You can download the song. You can place in your lyrics. You can edit with your splits here. You can edit the release. You can edit things inside of the release. Let's say, you want to change a feature into a main artist. You can do that through there. If you want to change even the name of the song, you can change it there. You want to change the cover art, you can change it in there. There's all different kinds of things that you can kind of take that, and you can go in here and edit whatever you want. It takes some time to get it done, but usually they're pretty good about getting stuff done. And it uploads to pretty much all platforms. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. There's some things like with splits. I mean, splits are pretty easy to take care of. If you have to split with somebody that doesn't have a DistroKid account, they do have to get a DistroKid account to get their split. So they have to pay that, $20 up front. So that kind of sucks. I think they get like a discount when they're signing up, but it is what it is, right? The problem with DistroKid, because that's pretty much just all the positives that I have, but the problem with DistroKid really comes in the form of when you are starting to get paid. This is why I say, like, hey, if you're just getting started, you're not making any money doing music, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're making money and you're relying on that money, you need to start, paying attention to this stuff. This stuff is going to become way more prevalent. Okay. So, one good thing about the earnings on here is that if you want to see, you can break it down by, the artist name, you can break it down by the song, you can break it down by the service. You can see what is paying what, what is kind of bringing in the dough, what's not. You can see what you've withdrawn, all different kinds of things. The problem is that with DistroKid pays as they are being paid. So if Spotify, for example, is taking a while to get their stuff in, which right now everybody's having a problem with this. That's what's happening. It takes days. It can once it starts dropping Spotify, it'll actually take it'll start doing it in like small drops throughout the day. So right now, I think there's money from Spotify coming in finally right now, but they're like super late because of the holidays, and so you have to wait on DistroKid to get those earnings, and then they will give them to you. So it's very sporadic. You don't know whether or not you're getting paid on the first. It could be on the 15th. It could be at the end of the month. It could be a month late. It could be 2 months late. I've had it even 2 months late before, it's terrible. So I cannot rely on DistroKid. Nobody can really ever rely on DistroKid. And it is what it is, but this is just how things work with this distribution. And maybe it's just because they're so big, they have so many people, wanting to get this money, that they just can't afford to do it in any other way other than this. Okay, so that brings me to Amuse. Now, why do I use Amuse? I use Amuse because one time I had a guy upload a song for me, or like with a bunch of artists and everything, and he says, "Oh, I'll upload it through Amuse because I can have more than one main artist." Because with DistroKid at the time, when I was a part of DistroKid, I couldn't do that. I would have to buy the bigger package in order to add more artists, and back then you had to buy bigger and bigger packages in order to have more artists. It wasn't just like 5 to 100 artists that you could have on it like it is now. It was you'd have to buy this in order to upgrade, and then you have to upgrade on top of that and upgrade on top of that. It was pretty ridiculous. So at the end of the year, you would be paying like over $100 for the label program on DistroKid. I'm not even sure what it does now. But with Amuse, it's pretty interesting. Well, I guess it's not going to show me. There is multiple here. I'll just go ahead and sign out here. New to Amuse, sign up. Here we go. Join us. Okay. All right, number. I guess it's not going to show me, but there's multiple sources. There's multiple programs that you can sign up for. This starts out free, so from the jump you can get on Amuse for free. Not a big deal. Oh, here we go. Maybe this is where it is. Maybe. Okay, yeah, here we go. So to start out, you get it for free. This is really great for when you're doing splits and everything. If you want to get your splits and you got to sign up for this, but you don't want to pay anything, no worries. You get your stuff at the front. Now they do take, I think it's like a 15% fee or something like that, cut on your royalties if you don't sign up. But I digress. Boost will give you faster deliveries on your songs. And there's some other things that they can do with that. But I use the Pro, which is Boost, and then some multiple artist profiles. So you can have as many artist profiles as you want. I think it's unlimited. Customize your label on there, and then you get 24-hour support. Their support is really good. If I ever have a problem or whatever, I can usually get in touch with them pretty easily. It usually takes like a day, maybe at most like 2 days, for them to get back to me about my question, or like if I need to change something on the release or whatever, or something goes wrong, they're always there to help. So they definitely take care of the people, like they take care of their artists for sure in that scenario. But just the artist profiles alone, I mean, you're already looking at like half the price of what it was through DistroKid for 100. This is like unlimited, so you have no problems like adding multiple artists or anything like that. It's pretty easy. Okay, so this is basically the front page of what I see when I look at my releases and everything. As you can see, all down here, it lists all of them. Pretty, it's pretty. It's in your face. Like can see all the information, and when you click on your release, you can see, the audio file, what the name is. You see the IRSC number. You can edit your splits here, and you can take down release if you needed to. You cannot edit this. The only way that you can edit this is you have to actually email them and tell them what you want to change, and go through that route. They do not have like a form that you can fill out like how DistroKid has. But it's not really that hard to just email them and get that stuff done. What's cool about Amuse is they will release, and it takes like 10 days. Like with Fast Track, if you use Boost, you can have at least 10 days to, as long as you upload between 10 days till the release date or whatever, you should be fine. As long as you're 10 days before you're supposed to be releasing, you should be good. And they will get everything done. It's not like with DistroKid, if you upload and you say like, hey, I want this released in 3 days, it's like, okay, sure. And they're just like, this is cutting it close. I don't know if this is going to happen. And you really don't know if it's going to happen. You just have to see if it happens. If it comes that day and it's not up, it just didn't go through. So DistroKid is not very like good at telling you like whether or not something is actually going to work out. With Amuse, like as long as you got 10 days, you're good. So like don't worry about it. We'll get it done. Sometimes I've even had it where I've done it on the last day, like at the very last minute, and uploaded it, and like I went over or whatever, and it wouldn't let me do it on that day. I just email them and tell them like, yo, hey, I made a mistake here. Can you put it that date before or whatever, after it gets accepted and everything? And they're like, yeah, no problem. As long as it gets accepted and it's delivered to stores, it's not a problem to change the date. So you can go earlier even than the 10 days. What else? Let me think here. What else do I want to talk to you about? Oh, of course, the money, right? So with the money, what's really cool about Amuse, this is the biggest part of Amuse that I like, is that when you have money in your balance, you can withdraw that immediately. With DistroKid, if you withdraw your money when it ever finally comes in, it will take like at least like a week usually for that money to transfer to your account. So when money is on Amuse, you withdraw and it comes out immediately. Another good thing about Amuse is that they always pay on the first, no matter what. As long as it's like even the day before the first, like it's usually like the end of the month, because I think they're a Swedish company. So for them, it is the next day. So as long as it's the next day for them, that's when you get your money. Sometimes I've even gotten my money at like 8 o'clock the day before, So it's very, very reliable. I've been with them for about a year now, and I haven't had a problem withdrawing my money. I have not had a problem with it not being there or anything. It's always been very consistent, and I rely on them for their consistency. It's great to know exactly where I'm at, what I'm being paid, when I'm being paid, and just from that. So that's just all I could ask for, really. And that's a lot of the problems that people have with this stuff. And so, yeah, I overall, I enjoyed my time with DistroKid, but it did become, and the money was not the reason that I switched from DistroKid. That was not the reason. The reason that I switched from DistroKid was just because I needed more artist profiles in order to do main artist collabs. So I switched over to Amuse. But once I got over to Amuse, I started finding out like, whoa, this is a lot more consistent, a lot more easy to take care of things. through Amuse or whatever, and I know what I'm getting paid, I know when I'm getting paid, and all that stuff, and it's very nice to have that consistency in your life, especially if you're planning on doing this full time. So yes, I definitely recommend using Amuse over DistroKid, and yeah, that's about it. So if you guys want more videos like this, I don't know. I enjoy just blabbering on about this stuff. So it's not very flashy. It's not very much editing here. I'm just talking to you guys, answering questions, and giving you guys a look at what I do in my life. This is everything I do. So I enjoy talking about it. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, click like, click subscribe, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I decided to record this right before going to sleep. So peace out.